and they're going to discuss this lawsuit that John is going to be bringing down the pike.
Stuttering John 2 years ago.
Welcome to the world-famous Stuttering John's Beer on the Balcony edition. For all my Patreon and YouTube members, I just sent out the link to everybody. This is behind the paywall. If you use it, I sue you. Copyright the Stuttering John podcast. All rights
Look at his filthy hands. Wash your hands, stupid.
are reserved. I'm seeing my attorney along with my next guest. He will be seeing him too at the Yankee game, where I will have a very long conversation about issuing the proper lawsuits for those who are using content that is behind a paywall. I ain't taking shit from these assholes any
2 years ago. Nothing ever happened.
any longer. If they're going to break the rules on my copyright, then I'm
Look at him 2 years ago. Same piece of shit. Different day.
going to fucking take action. And that,
I'm okay to play this because he's talking about me. I wonder if Popok was like, well, you weren't talking about him, were you?
No.
I just love that this retard's counting his chickens. He's like, oh, $300,000 house up in Rochester, huh? All right. Yeah.
There is a clause if you dabbled in realty that you can just take someone's house.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yes.
And I know I pointed the
See, that's the way he thinks. That's why he gave his house to his mother for $10. As soon as he was threatened with a lawsuit. He didn't lose the lawsuit, but he was scared. And that's what he does because he's scared. He thinks everybody else is as well. But they're not stupid. And they're not stupid. Stupid. This guy's nuts. 6 years and never sued anybody. Cumia said it best. Who have you sued this century? No one. He talks about Sharon Stone. And that wasn't a real lawsuit. That was settled out of court by the radio station. Took care of all that. And the other one that he lost was Sirius. And Sirius wiped him from all their records. Any archived tapes of him have been destroyed. You can't find them. He really knows how to promote himself.
saw before, but I need to say it. He has two different copyright scrolls that are going along the bottom of the screen. The name of his show is not capitalized properly in either one, and the one that has the copyright symbol on it doesn't have a year. A copyright symbol with no date doesn't mean anything.
Right.
The shit that you're putting on the screen doesn't mean anything.
None of it means anything.
Even if you thought it meant something, it doesn't mean anything.
Yes. John, the last thing I would ever do is take your content and just put it out through my channels.
Oh, God.
That would be a horrible mistake on my end. People would be like, what happened? I used to enjoy this show. Now it sucks. That's not what we're doing here.
Yeah.
I can assure you of that. Let's talk more lawsuit talk now with Grillo on the show.
Oh, boy.
And John's decided to start threatening me again on the same show.
I've lived the charm life. It doesn't bother me. Like the reason why I have this freaking copyright thing, that's from my lawyer. Only, I don't care about shows goofing on me. Do it. Do it. Keep my name out there. Keep me relevant. Do it all you want. Goof on me all you want. I don't care. The thing I care about is when they play my content that's behind a paywall.
Who asked you? And your lawyer did not tell you to put that up because that doesn't mean anything. Stupid.
You know what I mean?
Well,
it's
called, there's the law, and if you break it, then you got to own up to it.
Nobody ever knows what you mean.
Yes, and I looked up the law about paywalls, and I talked to my attorney.
You looked it up?
And that motherfucker, he can get sued for
There's a law about paywalls?
that shit. And he can pay my lawyer fees. And that's what we're going to talk about at the Yankee game on Wednesday night. Because I have no problem, because contrary to the belief of the losers, I have plenty of cash to pay an attorney to go after you, you prick.
You don't have any money. If you did, give it to your kids, you liar.
Just for a second.
And there's a certain idiot that's doing that. And that idiot
is it someone in the business or just somebody that's being a dick?
He wants so desperately to be in the business, but he hasn't figured out how to be in the business on his own. So instead, he just,
and what bigger commercial for his show is there than this show? That's all we do is fucking talk about you, buddy.
You know, it's interesting because if we were to say, stop talking about John for a couple months, what would his viewership numbers go to?
Yeah, I wonder about that.
I wonder about that.
What's funny is when you go on YouTube, hit the search bar and put in Stuttering John, my stuff comes up, WATP comes up, Shuley comes up, John does not come up. Because he deletes all his stuff immediately, so the algorithm can't put him in the system. It's funny. I only do clips of this idiot and talk about him. And I come up every time. Skyfighter.
Too. Not that I'm willing to take, run that experiment just yet, but someday. So the reason why John's going to sue me, guys, in case you're wondering, is only because he's in LA. I'm all the way up in upstate New York. I'm just too far away for him to come over and beat me up.
If I can't beat the shit out of you because I'm living far away, I'll do it in another way. I'll.
That's pretty silly right there. He literally says that he wants to beat the shit out of me.
You need a breath mint for your ass.
That is from the bonus show. That was something else. All right, so I'm liking Grillo more and more on these episodes.
And you don't care if your kids see you like this? Look at you.
Grillo, you're welcome to come on WATP, my friend.
That'd be great.
We'd love to have you on here and talking about this. Because one of the topics that John and Grillo get into whenever they have conversations.
Expense account?
Did I not take your bright light people to the Tonight Show?
Yes, you did. And I paid for your dinner that night.
Did I not do a presentation in front of our lighting?
John, and I took you to dinner for.
See, John's one of these guys who moves the goalpost no matter what the conversation is.
Yeah.
He's like, you've never taken me out to dinner. No, I did. I bought you that. He knows exactly what it was. Yeah, but I did the other thing for you, though, too. Okay. That's not the conversation we're having.
He remembers every favor he ever did for you. Well, did I do this? And God, when he gets into that.
He doesn't actually do the favors. He offers. And then on his mind, once he offers, he did it. He offered to take care of Carl's cats, which he doesn't have. And in his mind, he did a great thing. And you owe me after everything I did for you. After everything I did for you.
I know. There's a reason why I paused it right there.
Yeah. If he ever came after me, I'd be like, dude, you win. Just get the fuck away from me.
His stink lights form fists. They start punching you in the nose.
No, not the fingernails. Not the fingernails.
You need a breath mint for your ass.
That is from the bonus show. That was something else. All right, so I'm liking Grillo more and more on these episodes. Grillo, you're welcome to come on WATP, my friend.
That'd be great.
We'd love to have you on here and talking about this. Because one of the topics that John and Grillo get into whenever they have conversations is Jackie's health.
Oh, no.
I know. Talk about how Patrick Michael puts on an episode of all the same shit you've already heard. I feel like that's what we're doing now. Because once again, let's talk about Jackie's.
Oh, don't, please.
A long time ago, you had told me that you had heard that Jackie the Joke Man passed out.
No, come on.
Now, here's the thing, Steven. You and I both love Jackie the Joke Man.
Very much.
You and I would never goof on Jackie having some kind of seizure or stroke or whatever it was. You and I would never. I had 2 strokes. I would never, ever goof on Jackie.
And for you, it was an improvement.
And you would never goof. Jackie got butthurt, and he's like, well, John calls me a schnorrer. Jackie, it's because you are. You are, and you always have been.
Okay. So let's go back to the audio of John letting everyone know that Jackie had a seizure. This is what started the whole problem in the first place. This is going back years. Jackie has not spoken to John since this. He's made up with Grillo, but he's not spoken to Stuttering John since this.
Jackie's not talking to me. because of this comment I made on your show.
Oh, please tell everybody why Jackie's not talking.
I'm not going to say what happened.
It's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Something happened to Jackie. I'm not going to say what.
No, I'll say what. He had a seizure.
Jesus Christ. 70-year-old man.
And no offense, read the fucking room. Hey, yeah. Carl, something happened, with producer Chris, but I don't really want to talk about it. Oh, when he got his dick stuck in that goat at the petting zoo? No, that we're not talking about. I'm trying to be vague.
I'll talk about it. No, but I didn't want to talk about it. What I said was let's not talk about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to dance around these.
Look how bad this guy looks. Look at John. I'm surprised he's still alive. He hasn't been to a doctor in probably 20 years. And when he says he goes, he lies. He hasn't gone to any doctor.
Issue.
But this is not.
He's gotten so hypersensitive, dude. I don't understand it. Jackie has changed in like the bad way. Like
this is the guy who's threatening to sue me. He's talking about how he's changed in a bad way. So hyper.
He threatens to sue everybody. 2 years ago. Since that, he's threatened Shuley. He's threatened Rocco, threatened Cardiff, Kate Meany, FBI, police, everybody. Stevie Lou, Quadfather, everybody. This guy's an asshole.
Sensitive now.
Jackie, when he passed out at my wedding 3 or 4 times, and when
Heineken's.
and then he passed out in front of the bathroom door, and my friend Danny kept opening it and hitting Jackie in the head. Boom, boom.
That was booze. This is a medical issue.
Your medical information is protected. You can't give that out, and when you do, you're breaking someone's trust. You fat fuck.
He's not been drinking, so it's medical and it's not cool. So it's a different situation.
Yeah, it's a different situation, John.
John doesn't get it.
Goofing on someone for passing out drunk is very different than saying someone like, I wouldn't hire him to work in my comedy club. This guy is.
Since this, he made a joke about Carl's father having cancer, remember? And something about Dr. Steve. This guy's a moron. He's got no values. Piece of shit. He talks about his kids, too. He blames it on everyone else, but he's the one who brings them up. 2 years ago, same shit.
Having heart attacks and strokes. He's
what these trolls say. It doesn't. They think that they somehow get. I do not care. I love my life. I love my kids. I love my friends. I have a great life, and I've managed to have the life of Riley, like I'm the Huckleberry Finn.
Yeah, no, you're Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, Tom Sawyer.
Huck Finn is actually a pretty good reference, because Huck Finn only had, a few articles of clothing.
Yeah.
Didn't bathe ever. Was pretty hard to be around.
Used the N-word a lot. Yeah.
Positive. Yeah, you're not going to tell me anything that he ever tells you, and I wouldn't do it either. But you must have something interesting with Scotty the past couple of days, no?
Let's see. What does he call it?
Let's see.
Well,
we went out to dinner.
Uh-huh.
I paid.
That was the thing. Do you have any fun stories? Well, I paid for dinner. Oh, Jesus Christ, John. Honestly,
that's a first.
You make yourself look so much worse by explaining how generous you are all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me think that it's just the opposite. That maybe you aren't so generous. So, all right. Well, I'm going to get sued.
Yeah.
I talked about last week, I want to go in the Wayback Machine.
Yes.
And play some old clips. And my buddy John Marlowe sends me great clips. And
great.
Tons of cool stuff. And he was the one who actually sent me, if you listen to the bonus episode, I know we're harping on this a lot, but we just did it yesterday. It was so fun.
Oh.
If you listen to the bonus episode, John ends his stand-up routine with the squeegee joke, with the underpants squeegee joke. And I played a clip from John's very first podcast episode with Tammy Pescatelli and Howie Mandel on, and he transitioned the conversation into, hey, Howie, do you prepare before you jerk off? Do you grab Kleenex? Just so he could tell that story and be like the funny guy in the room, like it was a bit from his stand-up. No one liked it. It didn't work well. I don't know why he thinks that's his closer. It's never gotten a laugh. People find it off-putting. But that was an oldie but a goodie. And then I haven't even listened to these yet, but he sent me over a couple more clips that I want to play. This is, so he's again with Howie Mandel, and John brings up the Howard Stern abortion joke.
Really? Howard Stern made an abortion joke to Stuttering John?
Do I need to explain what this is? We've talked about it a couple times.
You think John would have brought that up every once in a while?
Yeah, so John is still butthurt that Howard Stern told him he should abort his firstborn child because he didn't think he'd be fit to be a father. And I'm not saying that Howard Stern has a crystal ball.
Not only not fit to be a father, but the kid would be stupid and retarded, being from the genes of John. He said clearly.
Anyway, so this is Howie Mandel explaining to John that that's a joke. That's what happens when you're on the Howard Stern show on air. Jokes are told.
Humor always comes from a negative place. Howie, he told me and my wife, who was pregnant, that I should abort the kid because I'm not fit to be a father. Yeah, but it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Listen to John's voice, how it used to be.
Yeah, I almost cried that day. I know, but I died that day. I know, but the truth of the matter is, it's a joke.
No, I know.
And you know, humor, I always tell somebody, because it's kind of funny because it's so horrible and you're saying it to somebody's face. That's what people love about Howard Stern.
Well, that's
Right.
Oh, wait a second. Did John just say he knows that that's a joke?
Huh.
I just heard John say, I know that when Howard told me to abort my kid, it was a joke.
Huh.
That doesn't make any sense because for the 4 or 5 years that have passed since this recording, he's brought it up 300,000 dozen times.
And it is shocking how much younger he sounds. He sounds decades younger.
Yeah. This past couple of years have really taken a toll.
Oh, he's
on
not
our
long
boy.
for this world.
Oh, God.
The funny part is, Howard was not kidding. He really believed that John's offspring would be demented and retarded and stupid, which surprisingly they're not. And mostly because John was not an influence in their life. Thank God.
And it's so funny, too, because I get into these conversations with people all the time about we really want John to live on for as long as possible. No one's rooting for John more than I am.
Oh, dude, I have made impassioned pleas on this air multiple times for him to please give up the bottle and get to a brighter future and a better life.
Right.
And don't even do it for yourself. Do it for your children. I begged you. I fucking begged you.
Do it for
over and over again.
WATP.
Yeah.
well, he showed you.
Yeah, exactly. Spite me.
Come on, John. I'm trying to break into show business over here. Help me out.
Seriously.
And this year, 2022, copyrighted music and dabbling is coming out.
And that stutterer was on. And when you guys went to commercial, did Howard bring it up like anything about like, oh, you know, I used to work with a stutterer all the time. Was it ever mentioned? I'm just curious. Want me to be honest? No.
Of course not.
God,
Of
what a
course
question.
not. What a question.
John, you didn't invent stuttering.
And when Stuttering John isn't around,
John, you left no lasting impression on Howard or anybody who works at the Howard Stern show, except Tom Chiasano, who thought you were the biggest asshole in the world. He probably remembered you as a jerk-off.
the other character should be like, where's Stuttering John? What's Stuttering John doing?
Did Howard talk about me? Did he write anything about me? Did he think about me? Did he think about me at all?
About me? By the way, if you want to have a laugh, go on Stuttering John's Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Because underneath releases, CDs, you have Stuttering John from One Way Records 94. Everybody's Normal But Me on Razor and Tie Records in 98. Then in 2021, The Dabbler from Disgruntled Ex-Staffer Records. And this year, 2022, Copyrighted Music and Dabbling is coming out.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one.
Glad someone added to that. That's great.
So